In the previous lectures, we learned how to define reinforcement of the slab, column, beam, pile cap. Now, in this lecture, we will define the reinforcement in a retaining wall. That is, a concrete retaining wall. We will be defining the reinforcement in a reinforced concrete retaining wall. So first of all, I have started the Revit model. I'll go to the level where I have to place my reinforced concrete retaining wall. But first I'll place the concrete retaining wall from the library. We have already discussed in detail of the same Revit course that how to import the libraries from the Autodesk. Now from the retaining wall options, there are different kind of retaining wall options. You can see the preview on the right side. I'll be importing the simple retaining wall with a footing. You can edit the various parameters of the retaining wall from the property palette here. Click on the retaining wall and modify the parameters, for example length, reinforcement rebar cover from here as well. The face created option. So wall is appearing at slightly tilted. So I'll have to fix it by clicking on the wall and go to edit type. You can change the different properties from here, for example the tilt angle. Now I have specified the tilt angle as 0, so it is straightened. Be cutting a section through the wall so that we can specify the reinforcement of the wall. So the section is cut. Let's turn off the visibility of the levels for clearer view. So now I'll be importing the rebar from the families. These are all rebar shapes. You can import all of them and use within the Revit the rebar shape of your choice. Dots. Now you can see the rebar shapes. Let's place the bottom bar of the footing first. Now next thing is I have to specify the cover for the rebar manually. For that I'll be using a detail line and give an offset equal to the cover I want to use. So I intend to use a cover of 3 inches. So I have drawn the bar at 3 inches from the base level, and then I'll move the bar to the reference line, and then I'll delete the reference line or the detail line. You can also change the visibility options from the here and the bar diameter. You can also change other parameters for the bar lengths, hooks and bend diameters. Changing the hook diameter so that the hook appears to be small, equal to the bar diameter. So the lateral cover of the reinforcement appears to be a little less. You can also edit it. Now I'm making the visibility of the rebar in 3D view as solid. So you can see in the 3D view the bar as solid. Now I'm cutting a longitudinal section so I can define the multiple reinforcement similar to the one I specified right now. Turn off the levels visibility for a clearer working. This is the distribution bar I'll be specifying. I'll also make this bar visibility options as solid in 3D view. Now you can see these two bars as solid in 3D view, and but they are overlapping right now, so we have to edit them here. Now they are fine. The next thing is we are supposed to define a rebar set, that is define a similar rebars at a specified spacing and the number of bars as per our specified quantity. This number comes from the design. Now similarly, I'll be working on the distribution bar as well. So I am moving the distribution bar at the edge. But first I need to fix the hook diameter or the hook radius of the main bar. I have to make this equal to the bar diameter. Now the hook diameter is fixed. Then I can easily move the bar at the edge of the main bar hook. Now I'll create a rebar set for the distribution bars in this direction. Let's say number of the bars will be 25. You can take arbitrary number or either calculate it. So I can move the mesh a little bit. To properly bring the bars in the center. Now we have defined the reinforcement of the retaining wall pad or the footing. Now the next thing is we have to specify the reinforcement of the retaining wall stem. I'll have to adjust the bar. I'll make the retaining wall rebars visible in the 3D view. So I'll have to adjust this bar now. I have double clicked the bar to edit it from here. Now I have specified the bar shape. In order to view the bars in 3D view, you have to select the bar and make their visibility as solid in 3D view, which is already there. Now we have to specify the rebar set, either in terms of spacing or fixed number or number with spacing. Usually I prefer number with spacing. In this option I can specify the spacing as well as the quantity of the bars. You can either calculate the spacing according to the numbers, but usually this comes from the design. So I have specified the spacing and number of bars. It is important to check whether the bars are not overlapping each other. We can adjust the spacing. Now the main bar of the walls are almost complete. The next thing is we are going to do the distribution bar of the wall. But before that we need to specify the cover for the main bar of the wall. So that is approximately 2 to 2.5 inches or sometimes 1.5 inches if there is no water table. Different codes specify these covers. Now the distribution bar of the retaining wall. I am cutting a section through the wall. This is the distribution bar for the wall stem. So now I have to rotate these distribution bars. I'll be specifying the numbers and the spacing from here. Now similarly I'll be doing the same for the tapered side of the wall. Now we are done with specifying the distribution bar for the taper site as well. Let's turn on the visibility in 3D view for all these bars in solid form or the extruded form. Now let's save the model and click on 3D view to see the reinforcement in the 3D. Temporarily turn off the view of concrete so that we can see the rebar cage view. So this is the rebar cage of the retaining wall reinforcement. So we mistakenly deleted the distribution bar of this face. So now I'm drawing it again. It was a simple thing to do. Instead of copying it on other face, we accidentally gave the command of move. So it has removed the bar from here. So no worries, we are placing the bar once again. And I'll be specifying the number and the spacing. Now in a simple manner we have drawn the rebar for the retaining wall and its footing. Please subscribe to the channel, and in order to see all of the Revit tutorials, go to the channel and click on Revit Structure playlist. There you will find all the Revit tutorials in the structure playlist, which I'll be updating from time to time. Subscribe to the channel for much more content to come. Thank you.